Morning people, it is Friday and more sun, and I've just woken up to a really good sale. So we're going to the shed as we always do, because most of my stuff is in the shed, which has been listed, and I know where this is because there was a lot of it. So past the walkers and right at the back of the shed is a ton of these magazines. Robot magazines, all different sorts, a lot of them unopened. Some of them are really cool, like this is obviously to do with Robot Wars. There's ones with Terminator, Robocop, loads of different ones. It is 2 bags and a big box. It's quite convenient that I sold this morning, because today's video is about Facebook and Facebook Market pickups, because I see a lot of people going to charity shops, going to car boots and just relying on them. Well, I got to tell you that Facebook Market has made my biggest sales in my reselling career, and about 5 of them in my top 10 sales have been on Facebook Market. So I'm going to go through all my Facebook Market sales, the big ones, and tell you why and you need to start doing Facebook Market to pick up some stuff to sell on eBay. So I'm in my bedroom now and I'm going to talk to you about why you should be going on Facebook Market to buy stuff to sell on eBay. The reason being, I have had the best sale of my reselling career from Facebook Market, and probably if I had to do the top 10 of best sales, half of them probably are from Facebook Market. As you just seen in the shed, I sold something which I purchased on Facebook Market, and the thing is, I wasn't even looking for that. That was just a random thing that I bought, and I researched it and I saw them price what you could sell individual magazines for, and they were selling them for 30 quid. So I picked them up knowing I could make a decent bit of money. They have hung around for a while, but I made an offer to somebody for 90 quid and they took it. Yes, 90 quid from 30 quid, which is basically tripling my money. But I've had sales that is nothing compared to some of the things I'm going to tell you about. If you've never heard of Facebook Market, then where have you been? If you're a reseller, definitely where have you been? But Facebook Market is obviously on Facebook. And it's a place where you can buy and sell anything, basically. You can find anything on Facebook Market. So whatever you're searching for, you will probably find it on that site. It's just normal people selling their normal stuff. Obviously, you get some people who are like in businesses selling stuff as well. But in majority of people, it is like an online car boot sale, I would say. And you can pick up some absolute bargains. Also, you can pick up stuff which, if you're a collector or not. And yeah, I pick up a lot of stuff off Facebook Market because I know what I'm looking for. You can search it, and then if you see something that you like and it's at a good price, or you can haggle, you can potentially make a lot of money. I'm talking not hundreds, but thousands of pounds on Facebook Market you could make every single year. We all know as resellers that majority of people love charity shops and car boots. Car boots is kings, and I still think car boots is the king when it comes to picking up a bargain. But if you're looking for a certain sort of criteria or a niche, or you're looking for a certain item, going to charity shops, going to car boots, you probably might not find it. You'll be very lucky if you do find it. And also, you've got to do the travelling for it and spend time and money to go to these places. With Facebook Market, you can type in whatever you want and it will come up if it's there. And you don't have to spend any time travelling to places. You don't have to waste lots of petrol money, getting up early. You don't have to do any of that with Facebook Market. You can search all day long looking for items, and if it's somewhere quite close to you, you can pick it up. But the radius of Facebook Market is obviously worldwide. You could find anything, and if they're willing to ship it to you, or you're willing to drive to it, then it's fine. You know, you can go and travel and get that thing knowing that you are going to pick up that item. If you're like a reseller, you buy a lot of things quite locally. Like I have a radius of like 20 miles on mine. So anywhere in that area, I will pick something up and I know I'm going to make some money off it. You know, if you're looking for like very niche things, or you're a collector, then you don't mind traveling because obviously it's for yourself. But as a reseller, we got to think about money, and obviously time, and putting petrol in, taking the time to go and travel to them places is obviously coming off your final profit. So I suggest, if you are a reseller, only keeping it into like a 20, maybe 30 mile radius. You know, what you would travel to, like what you would do for car boots. The main reason I like Facebook Market so much is because I don't have to get up in the morning to a car boot. I don't have to get my car, travel around so many charity shops and try and find decent items, when I can just go on my phone and type in something that I know I've made profit off before, and it will be on Facebook Market. It doesn't mean I'm going to buy that item because they could know the prices of them, and you know, I'm not going to bother. But there always is people on there just selling their old stuff that they just want a bit of money for it, and you can pick up an absolute bargain. So I'm going to go through some of my best sales on actual Facebook Market, and you'll be surprised how much money I've made. And some of the things, I haven't even sold all the stuff yet, but I have made already so much money, it's unbelievable. If you are a regular of my channel, you probably have known I've sold quite a good amount of stuff at high prices recently. One of them is the cameras, the Sony camcorders, which I picked up for £45. I picked up 2 Sony camcorders, like high spec ones, for £45, a lens, which is a Sony one, and a faded filter, all for £45. I have sold both cameras now, one for £200 and the other one for £220. So I have made easily over £400 off £45 already, and then I probably got another about £100 with the lens and the filter. So it just shows you, if you are looking at certain things, you can pick up a bargain. I'm not saying it's always like this, but you have to be there at the right time. It's pretty similar to car boots and charity shops. You know, sometimes you can go to a car boot or a charity shop and you find nothing. Other times you just walk into a shop and wow, there's a great item. But with Facebook Market, you don't have to do that traveling. So what do you think is the best way to do? You all know that technology is good to sell, and if you can pick it up for cheap and it works, you can make some serious money. Cameras, digital cameras, consoles, gaming stuff, computers, even kettles, toasters, food blenders. You can find all this stuff on Facebook Market, and I have made so much money off console stuff. Consoles, gaming stuff is really hard to find because so many people are going into that and picking up stuff, going into people's cars at car boots saying, have you got any games? Have you got any consoles? And to find something decent at a decent price at a car boot is impossible. Charity shops, it's a waste of time because they obviously research on eBay. And recently I've just gone into one of my local charity shops and they're trying to sell a Wii for £45 with one game. No one's going to buy that. It's not even worth that much if you wanted to sell it on eBay. So they just overprice everything in charity shops. But you know me and charity shops, we have a love-hate relationship. On Facebook Market though, it is completely different because you have a lot of people who have families, and you know, when you are going to the next stage of gaming, you know, your kids want the next big thing, like the next PlayStation, the next Xbox. The old consoles just don't get used anymore. So the parents sell the consoles for cheap, and obviously it goes towards the new console. I picked up a Wii bundle for £60 off this family, and it was huge. It had 2 Wii consoles, controllers, steering wheels, even a keyboard, you know, nunchucks, all the things you want for a Wii bundle, plus tons of games. I mean, literally, there must have been about 20 games. So I picked this up knowing that I could sell one Wii with a few of the games, a nunchucks and a controller for probably about £60. So I knew I was going to double my money straight away. What I didn't realise is some of the things that I didn't really look into because I was only quickly looking, is some of the games that was in there were very good.
So I had 2 Mario Karts in there, both with steering wheels, and they usually fetch about £20 to £24 each. A gold controller, which is very, very desirable, sells for around £20 to £25. Then I had loads of Mario games, and if you're thinking about getting Wii games, the Mario ones always seem to fetch a lot. You're looking easily £10 to £15 a game. And then obviously I had all the other things. I sold the keyboard for around about £20 to £25. I actually sold one back on Facebook for £80, so cash in hand, and the other one on eBay for £91. Plus, I've sold a load of the other bits and bobs, like I just mentioned. I've probably made over £400 just on that bundle alone from 60 quid. So, yes, like I said, Facebook Market is such a good place because you're saving so much money, time, and you can find proper good deals. And usually, you know it's going to be working as well because it's put pictures up. The next item, well, items, was a massive bundle of micro machines. And this is quite passionate to me. I used to grow up around that time when micro machines was really, really good and like very popular. I saw this up on Facebook Market, like just a big box of micro machines, bits and bobs. And I knew how much these are worth. If you've got the right ones, you can make a lot of money. So I picked them up for £22 and I basically went through lows. I made literally hundreds of pounds off these. There was a lot of military micro machines, which I bundled them up. There was a lot of nostalgia, like film ones, like Star Wars ones, which I sold for £60, £70 at a car boot. Predator ones, also loads of bases which I could have put with them, but I haven't even put them on eBay yet because I've been too busy. So there's probably another couple of £100 in just bases. Also, loads of other stuff. I mean, literally, there's so much to mention. But as you can see, the prices of what I've sold them for is crazy. 2 of the big military bundles sold for £100 and £110 each, and they both were the same person, and they went to America. Absolutely crazy. I think out of all the little figures I've got a couple left, but I have made well over 400, probably £500 on them. Plus, I've probably, like I said, got a couple of more £100 left to actually put on eBay on them bases. But absolutely, what a find! But still, is not the biggest profit, biggest sale that I've ever had on Facebook Market, because the last one is by far the best ever sale I've had on my eBay reselling career. It was absolutely amazing buy. I mean, literally. I saw this retro Macintosh black computer. I had no clue about it. All I knew it was an Apple Macintosh, so it's an old one. Did some research, found out this was a limited edition one, only out in Europe for 1 year in the 1990s. Solds on this, there is none to find on eBay. Listings, none. I even searched for old sales of this within 3 years, and none. So I had to risk whether this was worth it or not. He wanted £150 for this, which is a lot of money for an old computer. When I found out how much I could potentially get for this one, I had to buy it. So I haggled them down to 120 and I bought it. Reason being is the older ones were fetching around about £500, and that's not this one. This is not the limited edition one. This is the standard one. They were fetching around about £500. The basic models, which, you know, they brought out loads for. This is a limited edition one. This was only made in Europe. This one was only out for a year. So I knew I could set it at any price I want, but I didn't know what to sell it for. And still now to this day, I feel like I have undercharged myself because I put it on for a certain price and within a couple of days it sold. And that went for £771, I think, like that. And it was absolutely crazy how I even picked it up, how I even remotely knew how much this could sell for. it is a one-off. I don't think I'll ever find something like that on Facebook Market again, but I found it on Facebook Market. I don't know if I undercharged them, but in the end of the day, after fees and everything, I think I made about 650 quid in profit. And yeah, by far my biggest ever sell in my reselling career. So if you're not using Facebook Markets, you need to get on after this video straight on Facebook Market and look in your local area and find out what you can find. If you're a reseller, you know what makes money. You know what sells quick. You know what makes you big money, which makes you small money. So why not just go on Facebook Market right now and search for them items? You might find some for very cheap prices and you don't have to do any work for it, saving you even more money than usual because you have to go to car boots and charity shops like I said. But it's just a no-brainer. Facebook Market, I say, is probably the #1 place to find items to resell on eBay. Yes, we all say car boots are the best, but for time, for saving money, and for actually finding items that you really want, Facebook Market is king. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow with a car boot video. Goodbye.